lovelies, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy the next video. I hope you see something that you like, that you learn something that you want to try, or that you have questions that you would want to do the research and see if it's something you want to do. Alrighty, enjoy the video. Hello lovelies, I'm about to make some after shower oil. So I thought I'd take you along for the ride. So I'm sanitizing my hands before I put my gloves on. And I've already sprayed down my utensils and such with alcohol. I just need to dry out my bowl and my spatula and the bottles that I'm putting the oil in. That oil, the alcohol should have evaporated by then. Oh, I need to get my scale. Okay. I'm going to tap. Make sure that I don't have an excessive amount of alcohol in the bottles so that they can evaporate on their own. Let me get the scale. So I have 3 cents. Hold on, why I got 4 bottles? I only need 3. Okay. Anywho, I only need 3 bottles, not 4. Alrighty. Okay, I want to make sure that that is dry. Okay, let me tear out the scale. I'm dealing with 5 carrier oils. Avocado, sweet almond, fractionated coconut, apricot, and shea oleine, which is a shea butter oil. And I have it sitting in a warm cup of water because when it's cold, it kind of thickens up. So I have it sitting in there so it can loosen up for me. Alrighty, let's get started. Take my first oil. And you can use a combination of oils that you like. But this is what I like. And as I use the oil, I'm going to put it back so I won't forget. I won't double pour. So I pour and put it back. And I'm pouring all my oils in here. And then I can pour it in the bottle. And then I can pour the various fragrance in each bottle. That way I won't have to mix up 3 separate batches. I can kind of like do it all at once. And I generally make this during the warm weather months because I don't like to ship my shea butter in the warm weather months because they will be melted on arrival. So I offer after shower oil all year round, and I offer my shea butter during the cooler months. Okay, let's see if it melted enough. Melted enough to pour. Okay, so that is all of my carrier oils. And to that, I'm going to add some vitamin E. This is pure vitamin E. And the reason why I add vitamin E to the mixture is because if not, it prevents the oil blend from turning rancid. Hopefully I was in frame. So I have a 4-ounce bottle. I'll put about 3 ounces of the carrier oil and 1 ounce of fragrance. Okay, that should do it. Oh, forgot one of my fragrances. Okay. Okay. The bottles are dry, so let's get to pouring. I ain't barely poured nothing in there. I don't even remember if I teared out the bottle. Let's see. Tear. Bottle. Tear. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that they're equal in distribution. And I probably have a little bit of carrier oil left over. But that's okay. I'll pour it in my overflow jar. Okay. So everything is equal. Okay, so now I will pour in the fragrance oil. Okay, I'm going to use a funnel to help me with the fragrance oil so I won't spill that, because the carrier oil container had a pour spout on it and this doesn't. So, alrighty. But that still don't mean I won't spill it. Ooh, I did too much. Too much. Alrighty, want to make sure the top is dry from the alcohol. Okay, so I'm gonna set this down, and I like to let it sit before I smell it to make sure I give each fragrance time enough to blend and mix with the oil, the carrier oil. And I'm spraying alcohol in the funnel to remove that previous scent. Okay, let's put this on top. Put this on first, then tear out the scale. Okay. Okay, set that one to the side, and we're on our last one. Okay. Need to spray the funnel. A little bit more so I can get filled to the top. All right. So I'm gonna let these sit for about an hour so that I can make sure that the scent is in there. It should be, because I use the same measurement. So about 3 ounces of the carrier oil and an ounce of the fragrance oil for a 4-ounce container. So I have a little bit left over, and I have a bottle in my bathroom. I'll just pour this in there and add some more. I'll add a scent to it and mix it in. And what I have, I call it a custom because it has different fragrances in there. You know what I do, I just do the pour off from what I have left over from making oils and shea butter from customers. So that is basically it. So all I need to do is, like I said, I'm gonna let this sit for an hour. I'm gonna print out my labels, get those together. So I'll bring you back so you can see me put the labels on the bottle. Clean the bottles off because you're dealing with oil, and even though I have on gloves, my hands had, the gloves have oil on it. So I'll clean the bottles, put the labels on it, and that will be that. And I like these tops because especially when you're sending them in the mail, you know, when you screw that down, it's tight and you won't have to worry about oil spilling out of your bottles in transit. Alrighty, bye-bye.